For years, East Africa's politics has been a game of the old. Familiar faces, old alliances, recycled promises. But beneath that surface, something is stirring. A restless energy, a new voice, a generation that refuses to wait any longer. They are the youth of Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. Bold, digital, ambitious. And together they form the majority heartbeat of this region's future. The question is no longer whether they have the numbers, it's whether they have the unity and courage to use them. Welcome, this is Inside the Calling. Now, in every village, town and city, from Nairobi to Dar es Salaam, from Kampala to Kisumu, the majority of citizens are young. They are the workers, the students, the dreamers, the hustlers.
Watu hapa wanaelewa Kiswahili.
And this year, their presence is being felt like never before. Actually, in Tanzania, the voters have headed to the polls Wednesday, October 29th. It's clear that the youth are restless. Tired of the same promises, the same politics, and the same faces. They want something new, something real, something that speaks their language and understands their struggle. And in Uganda, as the nation prepares for its presidential election in January 2026, a similar energy is also building. The young voters there, who make up the majority, are signaling that they are done waiting on the sidelines. They want leadership that reflects their generation, not just their grandparents' legacy. Kenya's youth have already shown the region what unity can achieve. They have organized and mobilized online and on the ground for causes that matter: justice, opportunity, and accountability. They have proven that change does not always start in parliament. Sometimes it starts in the streets, the campuses, and the conversations of the brave. But as the 2027 elections draw closer, Kenya's young generation faces its greatest test yet. Will they hold that unity? Will they resist the old tricks, the tribal divisions, the handouts, the empty promises from politicians seeking to buy their loyalty? The youth must remember, every bribe is a betrayal of tomorrow. The old guard will try to divide and destruct, but this time they must fail, because Kenya's youth no longer need chaos to make change. They only need numbers, organized, peaceful, and determined to capture any seat, any agenda, and any future they choose. This is a generation born with a smartphone in hand and a Wi-Fi connection in mind. From Nairobi's TikTok creators to Kampala's online activists and Dar es Salaam's digital innovators, the internet is their political arena. They trend topics, challenge authority, and amplify their causes at the top of a finger. They may not own billboards or big campaign buses, but they command millions of followers online. In the modern political battlefield, tweets are as powerful as rallies, and hashtags can move mountains. The youth have discovered that influence, not wealth, is a new currency of politics. For too long, East Africa's politics has been ruled by the myth of money, that to lead, you must buy your way in, that campaigns are about deep pockets, not deep conviction. But the new generation knows better. They've seen that ideas can outshine money, and authenticity can outlast manipulation. Still, they must stay alert, because the old political class will always try to buy what they cannot inspire. The youth of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda must guard their power. They must not sell their voice for a few notes, or their future for a fleeting favor. Real power is not in the money they are offered, it is in the vote they hold. And if the youth unite across tribe, across class, across borders, the old political order will tremble, because nothing is stronger than a generation that cannot be bought, divided, or silenced. The cause does not need chaos, it needs clarity, it needs discipline, and it needs unity, the kind that turns frustration into focus and numbers into real change. So East Africa is standing on the edge of a generational shift. Tanzania votes this week. Uganda prepares for 2026. Kenya follows in 2027. 3 nations, 1 region, 1 rising generation. The youth have the numbers. They have the tools. They have the platforms. Now they must have the courage to register, courage to organize, courage to vote, and most importantly, courage to lead. Every era has its turning point. For East Africa, the moment is now. The old guard is watching, the region is waiting, and history is calling. The youth of Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya are tired of waiting for permission. They want a future built by their own hands, powered by their ideas, and shaped by their courage. And when they finally rise together, not for chaos, not for conflict, but for change, even the mighty must make way. This is the dawn of the youth awakening in Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya. The generation that will not wait any longer. Thank you for watching. Look out for our next episode. This is Inside the Calling.